So we have joined our friends and allies in the nameless wonder. This restaurant. Again, it's an old building, but Zeph has put a lot of work into this building, cleaning it up. The inside is much nicer than the outside. It's just it's just been an old building. But luckily, this old building is sturdy.
To take a picture. What am I doing?
What last thing so long to do? So, why did you disappear? I will try to get that back open.
Oh, well, yeah, it disappeared as I was taking it.
Yeah. But we are all sitting around waiting for Zeph to come out.
Zeph, I'm out of beer.
So,
Where's the ale?
What ale?
What? You said there'd be ale.
Who cares about ale right now, you old goat?
Good.
don't make it salty.
Good.
I'm coming. I gotta josh you later. Thanks everyone for coming. I'm so glad everybody could be here.
We don't know where we're at.
Oh, this fine establishment I've been working on very hard for a month now. Watch it, Paladin. You don't want me to smack you in the back of the head with a spoon right now, do you? I'm just joshing you. Smile, little buddy. It's a glorious day in the restaurant business. Would you like
Did he? Oh, I'm sorry. Did he say the restaurant?
Yes, the restaurant.
So you serving Western cuisine?
Yeah, possum and gravy. With extra salt.
Did you say possum?
I don't know how long. I don't know where you went when you traveled to the west to eat that, but must not have been a very nice establishment.
Oh, but salt kills everything.
Okay. I'm gonna take your word for that. Melanie, I'm sorry I dragged you here.
I am too.
So, what you calling it? Royal treats?
Colin. Oh.
You
Perfectly preserved?
You didn't name it.
In this entire month, I've just been working on getting it going, and I never even thought of their name. Oh.
Well, not to be obvious, but it's Zeph's kitchen.
Right now, it's not even that. I got cooks in the back.
Zeph's restaurant.
That's too ordinary.
We're just Zephs.
Yeah. But it does not come from my heart if it's just named Zeph's. I'm all about salt and Hubshan and the Queen and I got a lot of people to feed, so I gotta think about that too. It needs to come from the heart, and Zeph's just does not speak from the heart.
Salt heart.
But that's getting warmer. My heart is pretty salty.
We know.
You will be too. Just a couple of times eating hell a week, you'll be real salty.
I can already feel my arteries clogging.
What are arteries?
Well, that's why I have to drink beer. You have to have thin blood to go through hard arteries.
Michelangelo, bring this guy another pint. Actually, make it a whole barrel. Bring your whole barrel out.
Michelangelo.
Yes.
Okay.
Get Donatello and
Okay. So it's like she's here. Look, she brings him a pitcher too. So it's like gives you like a water bucket
for it.
And where have you been, you big tin can? I make gauntlets, you run away. What have you been doing? And what the heck happened to my kinsman?
Yes.
Is your hand supposed to be gray?
Is this the first time that the two dwarves have been together?
We made stuff together, but I mean,
Yeah, but like,
in the month past, have we been?
Yeah, we've been crafting dragon stuff.
So we've been separate places. Correct?
I suppose. I mean, it's the first time I've seen you with all your natural appendages.
Yeah.
it does work.
It works. It's an upgrade
Oh.
from the
Does
queen.
it help you forge?
It does.
Uh,
There's nothing in here I can hit, so we go outside. I'll show you.
Yes, please no breaking anything in here. It took forever to make and clean up. And I still need a name for this restaurant.
You want to see something cool? Hand. Hammer. Back to hand.
oh, that's a doozy.
The dwarves are dwarves are going.
Keep
Well,
that
check
hammer.
this out. Big turtle shell hammer. I call her Shelly.
Ooh.
Yeah, soon, because of the hollow space in the middle of it, I'm gonna have a bard put something in there so when I hit, it goes bong. And I can say that they were shell shocked.
I don't have time to be putting anything in that hammer, so you'll have to get a different bard to do it. Unless you want
Well,
something.
you're not the singer, you're a cooker. If I wanted my hammer to be able to make me some rabbit stew, I would let you do it.
Speaking of rabbit stew, would you like some?
Of course!
Alright.
Where do you harvest your conies?
Would you all like to go take a seat then?
Yes.
So
Sit down
you're all-
and be contemplating on a name for my restaurant.
Okay, so everyone go take a seat somewhere.
I think that he should just cater to your people and call it the restaurant.
The restaurant wrong.
Restaurant.
What will everyone be having? Some rabbit stew for everybody?
Aye.
So I'm assuming that
Just keep it coming.
Just keep it coming. Just
I
bring
was on the
the
table, wasn't I?
Oh, well, I
No,
wasn't.
but I'll bring that over there with it.
I was, okay. So
There's no room at your table for your barrel of ale. So.
Well, there's no room for the barrel in you. The
Oh, yes.
barrel stayed.
we need more. We need more barrels.
Okay.
Actually, that's fine.
I need some more ale. Hurry.
So we go in the back and
These guys are gonna drink all the stops. Let's talk up. So many kickers.
Casks of ale.
so fancy.
Very fancy.
Pints.
Fancy.
Comes up pints.
So
They come in pints.
so Nick has been very quiet over here. Just to let you know that Nick has not told anyone about what happened with him and the rogues. So other than the queen. So no one has seen the rogues in a month. Like any of them.
I don't remember seeing much of them anyway.
Yeah.
Of course, if they're good rogues, you're not supposed to, right?
Yeah. No. But I'm just saying like you didn't. He's not said anything. So
Why does that guy look like a zombie?
this is humpback.
Quasi.
Quasi.
So Nick keeps
Killer eats.
Nick keeps looking around and asking, like, Steph, how long do we have until you open?
We got it. Well, as much time as you need to eat and drink, and come up with a name. And then I can open it for the rest of the city.
So everyone does. There's no particular time.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah.
So he goes, okay. So he's like, well, you all are talking about a name.
Hub shines delight.
And it's like, so he comes over and he says, I hate to trouble you with this. He said, but I have been asked to find a private place for a meeting. And I understand, like, we're actually glad that some of these heroes are here because it involves them. It's like I really hate to trouble you for this, Zeph.
Oh, a private place here in the restaurant? Well,
A place that no one would suspect.
I don't hear him.
Yeah.
that
I was just gonna
nobody
see if I could
would
hear.
suspect that we are talking, or I mean, we've got the cellar we can go down to.
It's like I would prefer it here, just because
right up here?
anything that would look overly
Then
suspicious.
we've got the stock one. I mean, if you would like to go back to the stock one,
It's like we need something for a little bit of room.
a little bit of room. Then we can close the door to the main office here, the main restaurant.
So, okay. Well, it's closed anyway, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I still have a few patrons in here. You know, I've got my musical bots in here.
He said, "Can you dismiss them to the back?"
Yes, thank you. Fellas, would you go back there and assist the cooks with preparing more
These are
stew?
different buildings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
those
is this one. So this Nick goes back, and he disappears in the back, and he comes out with a cloaked female. She takes her cloak off, and it's the
Ooh.
queen.
Oh, my queen.
Ah, lass, where you been?
I bow to it.
She's like, I've been very busy, and like she says, Zeph, I am sorry for this interruption,
My queen, I'm glad you can
And-
make it to the opening.
and I am sorry to inform you that there's been a little bit of subterfuge with your restaurant. I've been using you to build this building because while you have a basement, you have an additional second basement. If anyone wonders how I got here.
Oh, and all this time me working on it. I see.
Unfortunately, my particular character here doesn't know about the other sub-basement.
Oh no, you don't. But the queen has been gladly informed about this. And
Me and the dwarf are just kind of eyeing each other. So me and my dwarf, me and the other dwarf. I'm
so,
at the table with.
so she informs everyone. She's like, this meeting is for you all only. I've made sure to gather everyone that may or may not care about this in certain ways. And through the door comes a familiar person along with an animal.
Oh, crap.
You know.
Me and the dwarf immediately go to one knee. So yeah. We immediately move out.
Yep.
Go
So
to one.
the region tells you to go sit back down.
Okay. Okay.
As soon as you go down, she's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She has a habit of doing stuff like that. So
The restaurant's not even open, and I have royalty in. That's a good sign.
Well, there you go. There's your name. Royal Flavors.
Royal flavors.
Brought to you by the Chef of Royalty.
So
It's cagey.
Ava looks at the regent and she says, I understood you brought the bear, but I believe that you need to send the bear back down.
Before he eats all my weather stew.
Ah, let him be. He looks like he could use a beer.
Ugh.
She gives you the side eye when you say that. Princess Ava does. She said the bear needs to go.
Oh, well. Maybe he doesn't like ale.
Everybody loves my
I'm
ale.
talking to the bear and telling it that
Just to say.
Oh, this is
To
a
just
celestial
go,
mount.
please.
That's not
No,
the celestial.
Which bear is that? Is that?
That's the real one.
It's your
Okay,
bear.
that's what I was making sure.
Yeah.
My bear is an alcoholic, so.
Also, he
that's
really
why-
doesn't want to leave.
No.
That's why I'm telling it to just please
It
go.
likes to eat things when it's in drunken state.
Yeah. It likes drunken apples. It got to put drunken apples.
Yes,
So.
it got
Yes.
soused.
Yeah, that was so
I
funny.
might be friends with that bear.
Yeah, he got
It might think of you as a pleasant snack.
We can have a row and drink about it after.
It comes pre.
Right.
You come preloaded with alcohol, so it's.
So,
These are always best when they're pickled.
So, instead of
So,
drinking apples, you
so
drunk
Sir Charles, I need you to roll a 20, please.
Oh God. Okay. 2.
That,
It rolled right off that 18 too.
that is the Regent's attitude.
Oh boy.
Well, that's about right.
And
That's
and,
fitting.
And well, actually, you know what? See, I can't roll. I don't want to roll for Nick. You like the dwarfs, JR. You roll for because the dwarf has been in Ava's service probably, unless
Not as long as Zeph, but I've been here as long as Rocky's been here. The abbot brought us in.
No. So does Zeph want to roll for the attitude of the queen?
Nope.
Look at you, puss.
I got 12.
I will if you want me to.
Okay, so she's a little bit more civil.
10.
She's a little civil. So we'll see how that works.
Wow.
So I'm going to write this down because she's gonna start with a 12, and the regent is going to start with 2. So the first thing out of the regent, she's like, I don't really like to be summoned using the tunnels that I have found.
You found tunnels.
So
I thought we were done with tunnels. Didn't the drow go back home?
the queen says, I would have appreciated if you would have let me know that there were tunnels that were not part of the Underdark, but the tunnels that were all over the city that connected many major places through the city. If it wasn't for Nick and some of the adventurers here, that I found out that there were tunnels connecting his now wife's pub, and it also connects this building along with several other major buildings throughout Hubshine. You know, I believe that would have been some pertinent information that would have been quite helpful to me, and I shouldn't have found out about it through the grapevine, basically.
Well, I started working on a super secret tunnel that was supposed to lead back from the folk to here, but I never finished it because your glowy circle guy with the scales showed. Was he with the scales that showed up? I think yes, he had scales. He showed up while I was in the. Was it scales?
No.
It was some shiny bubble guy. He says he floated through time and space.
Without doubt. He's just a...
And he brought me that.
No, like you like Hank's character doesn't have any of that. He's just a fighter.
Well, that's who he brought to me there.
Oh, you're talking about Tyr. Tyr showed up.
Yeah.
No, Tyr.
The scale guy. He
Oh.
showed up in my super secret tunnel.
That's right. So the regent glares over. She says, "Well, apparently there have been lots of people pretending to be Tyr in tunnels now lately. Now haven't there?"
I don't know. I
And
only met him once.
And she looks around the room. The entire room. The regent does. So Charlie, I need to roll above 10. Her attitude will get better. Below 10, it gets worse.
It's a 1.
It tracks. I mean,
she looks around and she's like, who here has been in West Haven? And she looks over you, not you two, because she knows that you two would make an idiot of yourself and be like us. Is anyone here been in West Haven?
Okay.
I don't believe I've had the honor of being there.
In your flashback or whatever, but
No, that was the West, not West.
West Haven's the church they were given.
oh, yeah, no.
I don't think anyone here has been. And she's like,
Actually, you have been because when we found the tunnel
that was the
first time,
tunnels.
yeah,
Remember they went through the
you
tunnels?
spoke to her and she didn't acknowledge you.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
So yes, I have.
Wolfie wasn't there.
No,
though.
it was just Billy.
And then Hank and
Yeah.
Heather.
Melania.
Melania.
If he already had somebody building all these super secret tunnels, why did he want me to make another super secret tunnel?
It's like he didn't. He just wanted you to make one out of the fob. There's no way that you'd ever got it back here. It'd have taken years.
He put me on a fool's errand.
He just wanted you to have an escape route out of the fob. It was supposed to be like out. So apparently you've been drinking too much when you listen to that. So oops. So let's see. Let's roll the Queen's attitude, please. So JR or Zeph could do it.
Poor. She's not happy with this conversation either.
So the Queen then looks. She's like, I have been gracious to you. It's like, if you had a question of this, you should have came to me and not tried to take things into your own hand. She looks over and happens to see the dwarf. She said, apparently you've been taking a lot of things into your hand. Do not forget whose jurisdiction that you are in. So let's see how the regent takes that.
Roll a different die.
Yep.
It didn't get any worse. I mean,
she stays at one. So
that's what it was to begin with.
move the regent closer to the Queen.
Oh no.
Yep, this one. Well, this one's fine. And she's like, she said, even though that you
I'm
are,
just coming to stand
even though that you are the
because she
lord of this small city, do not forget that I am the heir to the largest city in land in Thetadolyon. So I allow you to host me.
I'm just
My queen! I don't believe she understands the situation quite right. Her kingdom is under Tiamat. She no longer has a kingdom. We allow her to be here under your rule. And I go stand next to my queen.
I was trying to calm things down by changing the subject, but hey, no problem. That's how people roll in this business.
So
I apologize for things that have happened to you in the West. I understand. I come from a place that was decimated by unwanted visitors as well. But just because it happened to you doesn't mean you get to come into another kingdom and impart yourself upon the royalty here who we've served. You're not the only game in town, Missy. You're not even from here.
she said, if I recall, this is the region. If I recall, this is a Viz kingdom, which swore its fealty to us and our banner thousands of years ago. So in turn, it is my right.
Kingdom no longer exists.
She says, as long as I and my child is here, the kingdom of the West will always be there.
Aye, and we were going to go help you reclaim it with your friends here. Your paladin is on our list of stuff to do. But if you're going to come infringe upon our queen and her sovereignty, as of right now, you are nothing but a shire outside of this city. You are no longer a great kingdom.
how does Sir Charles feel? I'm waiting for Sir Charles to say something. Actually, I think your dwarf would be compelled to say something more.
We're both
more so.
dwarves are very loyal to their leadership.
Let's see here. At that point in time, hearing a loud commotion, I would assume that the back door would probably open. Because something probably... Sir Charles whistles.
So,
And,
it's like, hold up, fella. Nick is blocking the door.
well, you just turn the bear towards him. Like,
He's like, hold up.
Oh, is the bear gonna listen to
I was
Nick, or
gonna
do
say
I
it's
need
not
to
the
go
drop
over
kick.
there?
well, it's...
So, Nick's like, let's keep this civil to
This
the
is civil.
to the bear. He does not dare speak to the two ladies. Because we don't interrupt the two ladies in there.
That's exactly what I'm going to look at the dwarf.
My pardon, Ava. I will not stand for anybody to come into your kingdom and undermine, literally, your city.
I'm going to speak to you in Dwarvish.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at you and say, basically, I understand that you are upset. But, as Queen Regent has just stated, this is a Biz Kingdom which has sworn its loyalty to the crown of Lanwin. Therefore, it is under Lanwin's banner. Therefore, Queen Regent this is part of her domain. They must, under law, of Biz Kingdom, succeed as Ava under my Queen Regent's throne.
I turn and look to Ava. I don't know if she speaks Dwarvish.
Actually, Ava does not.
My kinsman says that you've been the need to her.
Sir Charles said, because Sir Charles speaks Dwarvish.
Okay. So it wasn't my kinsman who spoke to me.
I spoke to
I
him.
was
Does Zeph
looking to
speak
see.
Dwarves?
I looked to Queen Ava. He says that you are sworn to bend the knee to her. So before I step out of line, where are our allegiances, Queen Ava?
So, so Ava looks around, and she's like, I have handled things poorly in the past sometimes, from my youth and my arrogance that I think that I know everything, and I made poor decisions. But the one thing that I didn't ever sacrifice, and she looks right at the Regent at her face, is speaking the truth to those that deserve the truth. So what you were telling me is that I am not worthy of your truth and trust, but I am worthy to take the knee. Is that what you're telling me, Regent? Roll, Charlie.
Natural 20.
Hey, she got what she wanted. She got strong people that finally stood against her.
So you did a 20.
Yeah, I don't know.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
So the Regent's going to tell Ava what she really thinks.
All right. Well,
So she says, you and your compatriots are weak. It's like, you are not willing to do exactly what you needed to do. The Drow situation should have never got this far. As soon as they threatened your kingdom to destroy your kingdom, it's like you should have destroyed them. You had everything in your power after they declared the loss of your top soldier that you could have blown them apart, water or not. It's like your fear of doing what is necessary led you to have others deal with it. It's like you lost what you gained by losing Dane, did you not? It's like you couldn't even hold on. You don't even have people you can trust in your own castle, considering they are the ones that took Dane and gave her to me. because they knew that you wouldn't do what you were supposed to do.
Wait, you're saying you had somebody in our castle free a prisoner and take him to you?
No. Your own people decided to bring her to me because they thought that you were too weak to do what you needed to do.
Oh, so who are these people so we can weed them out? So that we can't stand a traitor.
So he says, so Ava, are you willing to let your half-friend speak to you, or are you going to tell me? That's what you seem to do. You let others lead the way and inform you, and then you don't act. Are you just going to let them speak for you?
Don't invoke the dragon, lady. Bears are fun. They're tasty to dragons.
So Ava stays even kill. Ava's eyes have not left the regent at all. So Ava looks and she's like, and here I thought the West was good at everything, and here I see that their word are only, just like their religion, is only half. It's half balanced. So apparently you get the truth and the half truth at the same time. It's like, from what I ever understood, that was not Tyr's way. She said apparently you are a bad follower of Tyr when your subjects are willing to do what it takes in Tyr's name.
Look, I'm a scale. I'm a scale.
Not helping. That's Ava.
Need to roll for the Regent.
Roll for the Regent.
18.
11 for Queen.
Well, Queen's just staying even.
She's staying dead center on this.
She's the center, so she's staying dead center. So it's like you all can talk. It's including Zeph. You know, like Zeph, you've been in service of Queen Ava's family for a long time. It doesn't just involve, like, everyone's involved in some way or another.
I know not to interrupt.
So that's kind of Sir Charles' position.
I don't know.
In all my years of service, I know not to interrupt.
Okay, so is this the Regent's turn?
Yes.
So the Regent says, I have people that are willing to die for me. And I also have people that are willing to do what it takes. She looks over at a certain dwarf. She says, show her what I mean. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Who are you doing that to?
Myself.
so
Like, which character?
The dwarf.
the dwarf. So
He drops his shield,
he drops the his hand.
puts his hand up, brings it towards his throat, and looks at the queen. Never takes his eyes from the queen. Puts it around his throat.
She's like, do you trust me, Sir Dwarf?
With my life.
And she snaps her fingers, and the dwarf rips his throat out and falls. She says, would anyone here like to do that for Ava? Anyone? Anyone willing to do that for Ava?
I'll walk over to the dwarf and smash his head.
No, don't.
For Ava.
No, Ava stops you. Ava won't let you get near her.
I came forward. I will risk my life for the queen.
You're willing to die for the queen?
Yep.
So,
You have to believe fully, or it's a waste of time. So,
And about that time,
what are you grab? What are you looking for?
where's that other guy that's going to show up?
Oh, this is a closed door.
Other guy?
I know.
well, but no, Nick has it open for the bear. Nick's holding it open,
No,
trying to
he's-
get the bear
he's
to
keeping
not come in.
Out the back door. You talking about this one?
Yeah, that one.
So it might be.
Oh, don't let that happen.
He might show up soon.
Don't let that happen.
I'm just
all right,
saying, I'm
I wanna-
willing.
I want to see how Ava reacts to that. Actually, Jared, let's see how Ava reacts to that.
2.
How does Zeph react to that? He's been cleaning those floors. They're not all bloody and nasty.
Not
So does Zeph come across the bar?
That's my perfectly clean floor. Why are you getting blood everywhere?
So Nick's in the background holding the door. He like grabs his sword, just shocked about this. So in the regent looks. She says, you know, a lot of people are strong in words but weak in actions. That sounds awful balanced in the wrong way to me. She then casts greater restoration on the body of the dwarf. So, and the throat comes back, and then she casts Revivify and brings him back up. So, you are not feeling the best as the dwarf.
You have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah. So, but you're there. And she's like, this is what it will take to defend this kingdom. She said, even my own parents got weak and didn't see everything. And they just looked to the future and looked to sign and portents. But we have to act. It's like, you got lucky. You got lucky with the drow. You didn't defeat the drow. Your people here didn't defeat the drow. The drow did it themselves by just being drow. It's like the undead in Tiamat in the West are not going to take care of themselves, and every day that you're weak is another day that she's getting stronger. She said, even though you want Hubshine to grow, what's the point of letting a weed become big and tall when eventually you're still just going to let some mule come and eat it? So, roll for Ava's reaction.
20. Nat. Crit.
Ava looks at the regent and says, that's fine for today, but there's no point in today if there's no tomorrow. It's like, you know, if you fight a war and you have 10,000 troops that go to war and only one comes back and you won, did you really win? It's like there's no point in winning alone if you can't continue in the way that you should. As a child, I looked to the West as this great nation that protected the realm. It's under fire and smoke of volcanoes and the roaring of the ocean with great castles that I visited as a small child. And now I see that it was all just for show. And that the people there had just gotten used to it because their forebears made it that way and they were just happy with it. What really happens is when hardship strikes, you know, the cream is the first to go, and what's left is the sludge.
12.
I think she just called you sludge.
So she stays rather calm. And so she says, so the regent says, I've been polite and let you make your own mistakes. But I believe, you know, what's anything showed us is that you need a strong hand guiding you. She said, you never asked me to help you. You just gave me a rundown building and let me make it my own. And now look, your most prominent place in town is now full of people of the West. The best and the brightest of your town are my people rebuilding the slums that your people can hardly stand upon. It's like, look at this place. It's like it doesn't matter if the inside looks like this when the outside looks rotted. It's like it doesn't matter what's inside if you cannot project strength and actually have people want to do things from the outside.
So you're one of those girls that had to be pretty growing up. You don't even have a beard.
Yeah.
You're not that good looking.
I knew that was coming, the beard joke. So, Ava looks and says, when was the last time you talked to your heir? When was the last time you came to visit? When was the last time you did anything since you left him with me? It's like you've never come to the castle. If you've been so concerned about about things here, why haven't you had him with you? Why haven't you been with him? It's like you chose to hide. You chose to show strength at West Haven. Haven. It's a very interesting name. This is a haven. A haven of what?
I'm pretty sure that means a safe space from the place they lost my queen.
See, it's a safe. So, what makes it safe?
Us.
So, yes, the people of Hubshan, because you see us nothing more as shields surrounding you. So, in case that we fall, you'll have a chance to get out thanks to these tunnels that you've been exploring now, haven't you? It's like my people have mapped out, like just the same of yours, and found your markings that you have a quick getaway that you can get out if something happens here at Hubshan. Again, another fair point that you did not feel that you needed to disclose to me. That there was that you were prepared to abandon us if we had a moment of need after I gave you everything when you had nothing other than just a name. It strikes a little bit of a truth.
14. Or is we still rolling off that crit?
So hallelujah. She had a crit too. So the regent says, well, you don't tell me everything in your state of affairs. She said, I had to find out about the dragon fight that the little one right here that's puffing up her chest at me went and fought. So
She's on my side!
So,
Yes! This will never happen again.
Bookmark it. Save the day.
We're ready to kill her.
Yeah.
She is too.
She said you had to drag my man. Talking to Sir Charles, because Sir Charles was there. So you came to him when he wasn't at West Haven, but you came to him and pulled him away. So he didn't have to come, but he knew. And also, what is this about this dragon that you you're keeping hidden from me? This red dragon that you've made a deal with. Does that not affect my people too? You make all these decisions as if it doesn't affect my people. Every day, more of my people keep coming, and they don't say that they're your people. They're here populating a whole district. It's like here in Hubshan of us. Even now, half the people outside are West Haveners. So.
Aye, and we gladly accept them in the city. And we take care of them, and we feed them.
So, and you should respect your propers, dwarf.
Propers? My propers.
So I know that you might not understand proper since you like to dig in the dirt. Some dwarves are more skilled and understand how to build great things in rock and things that last and past them.
Are you?
The dwarf
Are you questioning
out.
me crafting?
The dwarf pumps his chest out.
Are you questioning my crafting, lass?
So I just think that your crafting is small in stature, just like you, considering you're like an inch shorter than the other one.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I enlarge myself.
There's not enough room. You'll take it.
I don't care.
You're going to destroy.
Yes, you do. Do not.
I'll die myself.
This spell specifically says if there's not enough room, the spell fails.
Ah! He doesn't have a 12-foot high ceiling?
No. No.
Not where you're standing.
Well, I sit there and shake a little bit and think about it.
If we were outside.
Well, something's enlarged. It's not that.
It's not something between his legs, is it?
Oh, God.
His nose is bigger. The regent Regent just looks at her directly. Roll one more time, Charlie. And it's about to affect what's coming out of her mouth.
3.
Bad attitude. The Regent's like, step down. It's like step down. Grant me official power until the West is restored. I will bring this kingdom to prominence as we march upon the real threat of the West.
Can we not have a co-leadership?
Roll for that statement.
Natural 20.
16.
She just ignores. The Regent ignores that statement because it just is so absurd to her.
You were lucky it was a nat 20 so that she didn't turn around and slash your throat.
Or hold the dwarf to go
Or-
rip it out. So, you 16? Her temper stays pretty, it's still there. Maybe has a better, she said, I have a better idea. I think you should leave. So, and when I say you, your people are more than welcome here. But if you're not willing to accept my hospitality for what it is, it's because it's like we consider the greater good. And we're trying to restore Hubshine, because understand that those people you lost to, the Westerners who are now undead, will eventually make their way here. And that we need to be strong so we can repel them and drive them back when the time is right. But going off early is not going to matter. If we just become more soldiers in the army of the dead by losing a battle that you already lost, as in your people.
And if you want to know why, that's probably why they're talking to a dragon that you're so worried about. And the other dragon, and the 2 other dragons.
Not 4.
14.
14. All right. Let's see how. So 14. So she didn't get fussy or get super emotional. She said, I was hasty. She said, I asked you to step down. That's the wrong play. That's right. I can see that now. I believe that you should marry the king to be, and make it official. Betroth yourself to the future king and unite the kingdoms.
Isn't the future king a wee lad?
Well, they're not married today, but when he becomes of age,
Yeah,
there's this
like-
betrothal.
There's some things with him though. We don't really know how he ages, so it's.
Go ahead and roll to see what Ava thinks of that. Please be
12.
wrong. Oh, I was hoping it'd be better. Ava's like, you're so determined to hold on to the old way of doing things. Yeah. I don't know if you all inbred dukes and other things like that through the years, or you're just looking for blood, different blood, or how you did things there. It's like generally people aren't betrothed until after they've met here, and there's been some type of at least courtship between the families. So she's like, I'd be glad to talk about betrothal if I could meet your parents.
Sir Charles is also a noble, and he takes offense to that statement of inbred.
So
I whistle
we actually
again.
noticed that Sir Charles's eyes are misaligned. No.
I whistle again on that statement.
I think my queen's kind of right. The rumor around town is that this boy is his own lineage.
No one knows his
Who?
name.
Oh, nobody?
Nobody.
Oh, I had heard it somewhere. Dag on it.
And I hear you whistle, so I still speak to the bear because the bear still likes me. And I'm like, please don't come back yet. Just stay.
The bear asks you, what's the closest way to get to Ale?
I can handle that if you will stay out there.
He wants 2 barrels.
So I'm gonna come.
Are you sure getting it drunk is the smartest thing to do?
Mm,
You don't know what's going
I
on.
know, I'm just
No.
to this head on head.
The bear's like, he won't give me any ale.
There's a reason.
I'm going to. I'm climbing up your leg so that you will pay attention to me.
This is
Look
wrong.
down.
And I'm just gonna say, please do not call your bear. We have fought together. We have bled together. We have watched our friends die together. I know she is your regent, but you had also promised yourself to follow Queen Ava at one point also. Let's try to find the best, most peaceful solution to this that does not include your bear coming in here to eat someone alive.
Use the word balance.
Wait a
And by
minute.
the way, the bear wants ale.
Wouldn't you say that would be a great balance?
It would be balance.
I'm gonna look at you and say, I did promise Ava to help restore Hubshine. Me looking around, as far as I can tell, Hubshine's been restored.
And I'm going to say you have asked me to trust you.
I have.
I have put my trust in you. Please don't put me in the middle of both of these.
You know the side that I take. If you put yourself in the middle, that's your own choice. The bear can have the ale.
So Wolfie's going to get a thing of ale.
Alright. That's 50 gold.
Oh, shut up, Zeph.
Put it on my tab.
He's like, Zeph's like, I don't do tabs. It's like it's double for tabs.
Zeph, we're trying to get the bear not to come in and eat anyone alive and have more blood in your restaurant. Just chill.
Should take a picture of that one.
I'm afraid it's going to knock her over.
Take it before she falls. So, hey, she could turn into a bear and drink with the bear.
She might have to. She's gonna say, "Excuse me, Nick." And there's one. Then she's coming over and she's getting this one and she's taking that one out there. And now she's just gonna kind of stand here in case she has to revert to Wolfie.
Mm-hmm. Different whistle.
And I'm gonna go back and again say, I gave the bear the ale. Let's try to find the balance. And I'm just gonna stay sort of. I may be little, but I'm also dumb. So I'm gonna stay in between Sir Charles and Queen Ava.
So whose turn is it to speak?
Oh no, I just interrupted. So
It's the Queen Regent's because I took offense to the
Oh,
inbred
yeah.
statement.
So it is the regent's turn?
Yeah. Old A12.
Everyone's they're staying a little bit lined out. The regent says says, I have presented my terms. Either step down willingly and appoint me the regent of Hubshan, and that way I am the regent of, of both until my king comes of age. Or I am willing to let you betroth yourself to him, and I will comply to your wishes, and I will let you have people in West Haven to monitor us and to make sure that we're doing nothing against you, which we have done nothing to hurt Hubshan. It's just everything we've done is for the West. So which is it? The betrothal or step down? She said it's a very balanced act, is it not? It's like, I'm not asking you to leave Hubshan or anything. I'm just asking you to turn control over to me and let a rightful princess rule instead of one that just sort of fell into it. Roll for Ava.
17. I said, my lady, as drunk as I am, sadly, that makes a little sense. It'll give us a couple of years at least, and you would still maintain, and we would have operatives to make sure nothing untowards is being taken care of. Although I thought maybe we had somebody who would make sure nothing untowards. But apparently his duty to Queen Ava is over. Oh, forgive me, Sir Charles. I did not know, like sails on a ship, you'll change direction with the wind. As long as you stay on your boat.
Do not forget, dwarves, we're all on the same boat. My boat is just a little bit bigger. It encompasses all of Thetadolyon, not just Hubshan.
What is it with you Westerners and your grandeurs? Like you're responsible for everything. If that's true, why don't you just walk back over there, say, knock on your door and say, Tiamat, don't you know who I am? I'm Sir Charles, leave. And he'll leave. Because you are Sir Charles. And she is the regent. If she has all this power, she can march right over there. Tell the undead to go away. This is my kingdom, like the little brat she's being. I'm sorry, my queen. I just advise that your ego will be your downfall.
It is no ego.
If you believe you're the protector of all the realm because you hail from the west, and she believes that she's the queen of all the realm because she hails from the west doesn't exist anymore.
The west is standing to my left.
So that's interesting on Ava. I wrote for Ava. She got a 2. She goes, is the living not the ones that draw the map? We called ourselves, we were from the east because, the west was the farthest west that you could get. But do we not now, are we not now the west since you can't go any further west? Since apparently is no longer part of Thetadolyon, it's part of Tiamat's domain. So striking it, a good balance of things, maybe we're the west now, and the west is no longer the west and it's just a nice memory, almost like a shadow that's cast upon, like the thing that spins on top of a rooftop, letting you know the direction of the wind. I'm thinking about your proposal. I also am thinking about how you took my sister. I believe that there should be certain concessions for that transgression. It's like, do you tell me that I need to be a different type of leader? Do you not agree that if something was taken from you in that way, that you would not act in an appropriate way and believe that you need to be compensated? Also,
Balance, my dear. Isn't that what she said?
well, let's see how the regent takes that.
She
15.
took one of your family members. Take one of hers.
15. So the regent does. She thinks she's getting closer to what she wants. So she was like, she's like, what would be equivalent for you losing a sister? She says, I believe that your proposal is wrong. I believe that I'm not to marry the queen, but I believe that I should gain a brother instead of a husband, officially. I think that I should be allowed to adopt him into my family line.
17.
The regent's wheels are spinning. I accept that I will allow you to put you into your family line as your brother. I also accept that you can have people in West Haven to monitor us. So that Ava looks. She says, "You understand that you have lost a brother and I have gained a brother. Do you understand that? As the last deal condition, you are barred from seeing him henceforth." Roll to see if she accepts that.
15.
She accepts it. She says, "I am no mother anyway." She says, "After all, I am the patron of all of the West until he becomes of age."
I beg to differ. I think you're a mother.
Dwarf.
The dwarfs are not happy. So, the regent asks if there's anything else that needs to be discussed amongst them. So, let me see. Ava does say those tunnels will now be guarded and explored by teams of your people and mine in a matter of cooperation. Is this also acceptable, Regent?
7.
She doesn't like that yet, and then Ava says, "Accept it or I'll blow the tunnel in West Haven to where you cannot get in there." She says, "Oh, so you think I'm weak?" I said, "I could do it right now. Do you accept my terms?"
Natural 20.
Okay, she accepts the cooperation because she sees that Ava is actually serious about this and actually has a little bit of a backbone that she did not realize that she had. So, the regent says, if there is nothing else, I will go the way I came, back through the tunnels, and we will guard them together. Starting tomorrow, it's like I will have my emissary come to you, and we will work out our patrol details, if that's okay. My current queen, my protectorate. That's what I'm going to call you, Ava. My protectorate, not my queen. Ava accepts that, so she understands she'll never have her loyalty. So the regent leaves.
Would you like some stew to take with you?
She'll take some stew.
Royal flavors.
Royal flavors.
So we are now left with everybody.
You let her take your hand? Are you daft, lad? And you a nail.
Right. The queen and Nick also get ready to depart.
My queen, would you like some stew to take with you? I should have known. You can never resist my cooking.
She says, "Sure, why not just raise my blood pressure even more?"
Yeah. I'll make it low sodium for you, my queen.
So, and they go, when she leaves, I'll just dump it out in the tunnel. It's like once it's serious, it's the tunnel. So,
The berries.
No, the bear, they're already gone. It's like the ground, for whatever reason, dries up instantly.
And no undead shall ever pass your back door.
Yeah, so she actually assaulted
like
the back
old
door. So undead. So if I ever raid the city with undead, they can't get through there.
We know where to go.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Or there's probably enough salt in the basement that they wouldn't want to get within a mile of the place.
No.
So we're back up top. I'm assuming that the food's done.
Yes.
It is almost noontime. So we come up with a name.
Royal flavors.
You're bringing the flavors of royalty to the common people.
To the common people. I like it.
Okay.
Alright, if you all want to take your places and sit.
Would anyone kindly make me a sign? To
Or
hang up?
fabricate. I can do it in 10 minutes.
Alright, so in 10 minutes, Jeff will walk out with his sign. The dwarves won't hang it because they can't reach it.
Can you enlarge and hang the sign? Go outside and enlarge and hang the sign of your 12 foot.
Where do you all want to sit?
Next to my keg.
Well, of course. Sir Charles, I ask if you'll come sit with me
Alright, that's fine.
to make sure that we're
How's-
all good.
How does that make your dwarf feel then?
What do you mean?
That he's so chummy with Bounty and them?
Well, after all that entire argument, I walked over and gave him an ale.
Well,
The dwarf understands.
the dwarf
that
can come.
you may not always like your allies, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend in certain situations.
Your dwarf actually views him as eyes?
He views Sir Charles,
Oh,
As
okay,
an ally.
so, alright.
so in viewing Sir Charles as an ally, because since the dwarf worked the forges in Mount Hope now, which were beside of where Sir Charles is from, the dwarf knew ancestors of Sir Charles. Though he didn't know Sir Charles, he does know my lineage.
Your hand is still covered in blood. Your own blood.
He's a dwarf. It's alright.
How's the flavor of the ale?
Okay, my hand is on my head. Just to make sure, like, you didn't say any of that out loud, right?
No.
Because
No,
I'm
that was-
thinking, if I just heard you say the enemy of my enemy is my
No,
friend, then I'm going to be
that was me.
like,
No,
so am I
that's-
your enemy? Like,
No.
maybe I don't want to sit with you.
Now that was me talking during.
No.
Just making sure, because, you know, Belny.
No, he's letting me know because the dwarf is more fanatical.
Yeah, that was the dwarf's
I don't really,
insight.
I don't really
You know, if
care one way or the other
he was
about
willing
the
to
dwarf.
let the queen rip his throat out, so
He's a
that's-
fanatic.
So where do you want him?
He can come to the table. It's fine.
Okay.
does Belny care if he's a That's what I was asking.
He'll
Belny
be-
asked George Charles. to
He'll be straight across from me,
Oh,
and
no, I'm sure that's a wonderful thing.
life will be good.
Lightning bolts a straight line.
Music, please get the music playing.
Life will be
Are they-
good
are they the
until it's
Thetas?
not.
What's the name of your band? The Thetas.
The Thetas.
Favorite song? Scotty doesn't know.
All right, so they got
I mean, I will say, like, Belny will say to, I forgot his name.
Dolan.
Say it again.
Dolan.
Dolan.
it's Emberwall.
Emberwall. Yeah. these
Okay,
last
well,
names
that's
are
who
fine.
I thought it was, but then I wasn't sure who I thought it was.
Yeah, Emberwall's fine. He prefers his last name.
I will say that although we may not always be on the same side or ever on the same side, I do understand your loyalty to the person you believe to be your queen. So I do understand and respect that, because I too was willing to die for my queen. So
Hey, but I did.
he's welcome. Well, I stepped up too. Nobody cut my throat, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Her God's not as mean as your God.
It's all right. Some of us
And-
cannot. Some of us cannot take the burden.
And about so it's been about 10 minutes past. Have you finished fabricating your thing?
It's fine.
All right, so we are going to take our sign. And let me get our yeah, it's already there on camera, Rise. So we're going to get our sign. Let's see. You brought your sign out. Zeph's going to come out.
You want to enlarge to put the sign up?
Sure.
All right. Put the sign. There's many people gathering. There's a dancer out in the streets, like celebrating. So
Anybody's ever played Assassin's Creed, this is very.
Isn't it?
We're just waiting for one of them to sneak up.
It's Hunchback.
You don't put that many NPCs on the board without one of them being Assassin's Creed.
A blade to the throat. It's
Yeah,
coming.
right. Alright, so I enlarge myself and go to hang the sign. After I finish it, I turn around and I say, Harry, Harry!
So you put the sign up, and I'm gonna take my hammer, and I'm gonna extend it. The hammer to the edge of the sign.
Thank you, my dwarfs. Yeah, a free ale for both of you.
Of course.
That's a barrel, right?
Yes.
all right,
Oh,
so
that's never ending.
all right, Zeph, make the announcement that you're.
Royal Flavors is now open.
Right. Right. So there's happens to be 2 West Haven guards nearby. And then talks said, "See, I told you the name would suck." he was like, "I don't think it's that bad." He was like, "It's like you would. That's why you always get talked about here after me."
Wait a minute. You guys know that tunnel floating freak Tear?
It's like, yes. It's like he's talking to us directly multiple times now.
Was he in the glowy bubble thing? Because that's what he looked like when he came into my tunnel.
And it's like, what weed have you been smoking for?
There was no weed. He showed up. He brought somebody from out of space and time into my super secret tunnel.
My dwarf, being the fanatic he is, just stares at him like, I don't know if the
Oh
dwarf Tear
no,
actually
you know
talked
these two.
I know, but I'm just like,
Here.
These
I
are
don't know-
the
I
two
don't
that
know if Tear
work with
actually
you.
talked to you when I was or not.
Yeah, like, look.
I'm skeptical.
And they're like, so they come and they get really close to you and they get in your face. It's like, what did he look like? What did he sound like? It's like you're not lying, are you? It's like
No, yeah.
it's like they've literally backed you up against the wall, like trying to talk to you.
And he's 12 feet tall.
I'm 12 feet tall right now. They don't scare me.
They look crazed. Just roll a Constitution check to just see if they just take you mentally back because they're
10.
So yes, they are so like their eyes are like
Glazed over.
crazy.
Glassed over.
they're crazy. They literally.
I look over to Emberwall. These your lads.
They're a different breed.
I think they've been eating a few mushrooms.
It's hard to say, but I can tell you what he looked like, and I give an ABC description of the glowy bubble, the guy, the voice, all of it.
They're like, you've been touched by Tyr. It's
I didn't let him touch me.
They're trying to touch you.
No.
They have now put their hands on your arms and just your arm. They're like, I can feel it. I can.
No,
and then
no,
one's like, this side is stronger. I can feel Tyr over here better. They're like, no, mine is stronger on this side.
The dwarf hollers for Sir Charles to come outside.
Right.
Hey, Tin Can, get your boys off me.
They're like they look over Sir Charles. He's been blessed. Sir Charles, did you know that he shared a bubble with
I'm
Tyr?
gonna take my hammer and hit it in the ground just so they. Can I roll intimidation on that? Just to get them to calm down.
Their religion overrides it.
They're fanatic.
Their faith. Just because Tyr's not talking to you directly lately, it's like doesn't mean that you can balance up. They've spoken to us and him multiple times. They're like, let us buy you an ale once you can get through the door, Sir Dwarf.
Sure.
You shrink.
Whatever.
You shrink
I'm
down.
just go back to my table. I'm not even these guys. They.
I leave my barrel over there and I say, Zeph, paying customers. They would like to buy me all the ale I can drink.
Come in, what up? You already drunk a dwarf?
They're like, bring us some that's gonna last a while. So,
Do I want to see what's coming out over our shoulder here?
it's like he brings out unopened crates. He's like this is like the finest dwarvish ale that I've gotten in. So that's what you know.
Dwarvish?
You did not tell me you'd gotten things from the mountains.
You didn't ask either.
So is that roll history?
Wait, sorry. 13.
All right, so you've met quite a few people, and there have been dwarves here and there in the city. So while you're been going to the salt mine, some of the dwarves had actually told you about there was a small dwarven settlement nearby, and they were making their own ale. So you were able to trade several thousand pounds of salt to them for ale for your. Apparently, over half your ale is dwarven ale. But
Yes.
the price is way more expensive than the other, since it's a very limited supply.
Yes, my dwarf. I have access to many things.
All right, but this ale is very, very
I
expensive.
understand, sir. This is the good stuff. It's sacrament.
Yeah. So
Yes.
just to let
Enjoy it while they are buying.
yeah. So just to let you know, like JR, this dwarven ale, it's not like the human ale. You drink a ton of it because it's just awful. But
water,
just
nasty.
think of like this is
This
like
will get me drunk.
like a shot is equivalent to the
Pine.
to the barrel. It's like really like it's like through so Zeph, you can add yourself 200 gold for what you put down there that just emptied out from the two soldiers, and they're gladly willing. But before they crack it open, they
I tell you, lads, this is sacrament. You're liable to see Tyr before you leave here.
no, they're like they lean over and whisper to each other. They're like, it's like, do you think he's serious? I don't know. It's like I hope so. So they're like, so how much do we need to drink to see Tyr, do you believe?
What's your lineage, lad? Do you have any orc or dwarf in you? Or giant?
I think my mother was in a dwarf once.
In a dwarf?
Lord.
I pull out a shot glass. This is all it'll take you, lad.
Like, that's it.
Try not to laugh so hard because
It hurts.
it hurts.
And you, lad, let's share lineage.
That's what she said.
He's like I'm from the west, a small little village that raised sheep.
I pull out a thimble. This'll do you, lad.
So they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. He's like, "Daddy."
Now, after you drink that, I need you to meditate.
So they both. Do you pour them glasses or the thimble or whatever you
I pull a thimble and a shot.
Okay.
This is what you start with.
So they look at each other. It's like I'm going to be. Tyr's going to talk to me first. It's like no, Tyr's going to talk to me first. So they're like on three. 1, 2, 3. They literally both do it and just keep on going and hit the ground.
Imberball, come here. Imberball.
I'll turn around to see what you want.
More people. Let's see. They're like,
We need to fix their scales.
a bunch of people come in. They're like, and an old man comes to
I
the
think
table.
they're off balance enough.
An old man comes
Make
in.
them look like they just
So
were in the presence of.
and
See there?
he sees Zeph and he says, I want what they're
Would
having.
they overload?
Talk to the
Oh,
dwarf.
come on over, lad. It's $100 a shot, 100 gold a shot. It's fine, dwarvish sacrament.
I want. So,
Oh, there's no geezer who sits down? I grab a pint. Lad, are you all human and that old?
He pulls out his own glass that's well worn, and you see like it's like so much alcohol in it. It's like layers of probably reusable alcohol. He said, Sonny, this beard isn't for show. It's like
It's a nice beard. The best grown human beard I've seen in a while. Here, lad.
He's like, I believe. He's like, let's do a little wager. He said, if I can drink more than you, it's like you pick up the tab.
They already picked up the tab for mine.
And he's like,
Yours is the only one that costs any.
then he pulls out. He said, what if we wager all this alcohol, all this dwarven alcohol, for this? And he pulls out a vial.
What is that vial at?
So he says it's some of the finest alcohol from the east. He's like, I have just arrived on a boat here recently from the east. So the great wine artisans there have drank this. He said, let me tell you there, Sonny. It's like this stuff here, a crate of this, while potent, it's like one glass of this will knock you on your tail like all those crates. He said, let me show you. It's like he picks up the thimble, and wipes it out with his beard. So he then puts
That's
it
a
in.
proper way to clean glass.
Then he sucks it out to get what residual is all cleaned out. He puts one little drop, like a drop. It's like barely enough to sort of swirl around. You see it swirling. He said, "Here, try it."
I created my con save.
All right. So that is the potency that you just rolled.
Somebody. I got a 6 on my con save. Wait a minute, I get to add my modifiers, right? Jeez, this number of hours I'm gonna be out. 6. Plus 5, 11.
11 hours.
Oh, is it considered poison? I'm resistant. I get advantage.
It's not poison at all. It's
Alcohol poisoning.
no, it's not. It's not poison. It's
I was trying.
magical. It's magical alcohol.
Oh, okay.
It's magical. It knocked you on your butt pretty good.
Please.
So like he's on the ground out this with this huge smile on his face. he goes. He says, "So, is this your established there, youngin?"
Yes, this is my place.
He says 500 gold and it's yours.
Sold.
It's like, and he gives you a different file of it. So you now have some very, very high, and like literally, all it is like drops. So that it doesn't take much. It's just like little drops. So it's really good stuff. He goes, you can dilute it in water to if you don't want everyone laying on the ground. It's like usually you, like for every ounce you want to dilute it with 100 ounces of water.
Wow, that is very potent.
So
I
so
like this.
he's like enjoy. He's like, I will be coming back hopefully after my trip from the east.
Bring some more gifts from the east.
I might. He says, I've actually been paid to look for someone.
Are you a bounty hunter?
No, I was just, I'm a trader.
A trader?
Yeah, I like to trade and do things. It's like I've done much. I've done much in my years.
What kind of trading do you offer?
So Charles isn't knocked on us, but so Charles, do a perception roll, looking at this old man.
Do you want to add that? Because I don't even know how to put it in, or exactly what it is.
It is by getting on Sir Charles.
I'm looking at this guy. Do I recognize him? Well, is he
24.
the one that we vetted?
No, this
Because
is
it was the old man, but
this is
a different
No.
old man.
this guy's from the east.
19 plus 5, 24.
19 plus 5. You look at him and you look very, very careful at him. Even though he's very, very old, he has apparently battled a lot. So since it's over a 20, I will tell you what level character he is. He is a level 15 fighter.
Okay.
So that is very, very around the block. So been through the world quite a bit. So, but he's still very, very old. But don't get hit by him,
Yeah.
and don't pick a fight with him. But you notice something else. He has a fresh tattoo on his back that you can sort of see the top of it. This tattoo sort of looks like a tree.
Can I see that? Because if he can see it from where he
Well, like he's looking to do a perception roll to see if you notice the same thing.
You're not tall enough.
Her head is over the table.
Actually, she might feel drawn to this person.
That's what I was. Let me go back to the right thing.
All right, you come out of your stupor, like it hits you and you're out.
15.
15. You notice that that it looks like a tattoo of a tree that's sort of familiar.
So a natural tree that is familiar, not a magical tree.
Well, it depends on your point of view whether it's magical or not.
Nature people, all trees are magical.
But you're very interested. Roll a history on
Me?
it. Yes, on this tree. You will not need very high. Above a 5, you're gonna know.
Yeah, you're gonna recognize it.
Only got a 4.
Did you really get a 4?
Yes, I
With-
did, because I only
with
have
your-
1. My history is just 1 and I rolled a 3.
Okay, so
Maybe Wolfie should roll
have
it.
have Wolfie do. You know, like you just seem sort of.
15.
All right, so Wolfie looks over and
Smacks me to remind me.
smacks. She's like, it's on your house. So
Now how to find my house.
who built your house?
Rocky.
And the followers of you.
I knew where it was going whenever you first said true.
So he's a follower of me?
He's on a pilgrimage.
I've never seen your house, so
Yeah, like
where's our Charles name?
So you hide?
What are you doing, little one?
So so you can go ahead and get it. So you're up. It's like it's it.
I just want to hear more before I decide.
He's like
I'll pack the punch.
he's like, just wait for the second one.
There's a second round.
He's like he said the effects change every sip.
Oh Lord.
It's like he's.
Perhaps I should give it the second.
So it's he said that's wise. He looks over at Zeph and be like, again, it's like you want to give a drop of that, and diluted is a little different. But if they take it straight, it's like once every 10 minutes at the most. It's like
Hey, I will remember that. Would you like some stew? While you're waiting?
he's like, yes, move him over to the bar. Like I said, this level 15 adventurer. It's like is there.
Don't mess with old dudes.
And he pulls out his own vat and puts 2 drops in it and takes it up and he's like,
That's why it has a beard.
The dwarf sees it. He's like, so it's like me and my companions have come across the sea.
The sea.
Or do you come over to the bar with them?
Yeah, I'll walk over.
All right, move it over.
Oh, and your mom. No.
I'm going to, not stealth, because who even cares with as many people who are in here.
Well, you can still stealth and actually use the people if you feel like it.
But I'm going to get closer just so that I can,
Listen.
listen.
Now
But
that you know that you can see the top of your tree.
Yes, who is this?
That's my door.
Ember Wall.
He's guarding my cake.
Can I hear from
These
behind
are all
this
my
cake?
beers.
Because I was over
Yeah,
there.
roll for perception, but there is music and some other stuff going on. So,
Okay, that one was better.
Ember Wall.
21.
all right. So yes. So
He brought
you-
sacrament.
I mean, I'm
Real.
just listening to see if he'll say
Sacrament.
anything that.
No, it doesn't matter. He's like, so I've been told there are sacred places here, and he lays out like a gold coin and puts it on the table for Zeph. So he's like, I understand that no one does anything for free. Through my fine adventures in life, and I finally found heroic purpose in these stories that seem to be spoken as in they were truth. I am here to find out if my faith is based on fact or legend. So I was told recently this town was under siege by some type of death liquid, and it hence has been purged thanks to like a force of nature.
Couple forces of nature, actually.
So I was like, so you know of the ones that have saved this town?
Well, the sacrifice that was made to clear the water up, I do believe was out at the monastery, was where the lad was staying.
Yes, my companions have like that's where the first place we came to was the monastery.
Aye.
So,
The other part of it was done in a dragon fight.
so I've heard like when we got off the boat, we received our new doctrine talking about the legends. They had not gotten to us, so it's the first thing.
Oh, you heard the songs that they had to change it. It used to be on a magical boat and a goblin. Now it's around the Underdark arena and a dragon. All around the arena,
So
help me chase the dragon.
Is it-
Pop goes the dragon.
So the dragon tale is true.
Yeah, I was there.
So it's like yeah,
We had to kill it twice.
you're gonna roll to see if he believes you. Like he does. He says, I could tell that you've been through many adventurers, and I could tell that you have the adventurer's cant, that you won't lie. So you won't forsaken an old fighter too.
I has a
now-
tale of glory, and I was involved.
So, and he looks, and he's going to use one of his abilities, and he looks over at Zeph and realizes he's like, you are more than what you appear. Also, it's like, did you also have something to do with this purging of the water?
I was a cook. I helped feed the people that were adventuring more. I've done a little adventuring. I've done a little helping, but I mostly cooked with my salt.
So he thinks that you're being quite modest. So
Modest, maybe.
he says, believe me, over the years, you don't wash that necrotic off of you. It's like,
It's just become part of me now.
so he looks, like I said, you were there that purged it,
I was there.
or no. He's like, I go and seek the first.
Even deeper. She stopped the second coming of a great lich that formed the land. Another pint, good sir.
So,
A pint
So-
of your own stuff, yeah?
They're buying, yeah.
yeah, they're still out. Or something.
We can just go and take their compost. It's good, yeah.
Now let them pay you directly. It's honest that way.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad you said that, Senator, because I was about to
The
cut
search
you
warrants
off.
want to make sure they're good for it, and they have money pouches, because that would look really bad on the west if they can't honor their debts.
I will walk over to them.
Come on.
Oh.
Be a true Lannister.
Well, I'm going to do a medicine check on them first. To make sure that they are.
Okay.
They're talking to Tyr, buddy.
Yeah. Be a 12 on the medicine check.
All right,
Make
so
sure that they're. It's like
Neither one
green.
were foaming at the mouth or anything. So one may have she just.
Hey, old man.
Uh,
Did you say that these things will give you visions on the second drop?
If you do it too soon, sometimes you see things as you don't want to see, or sometimes you see things you want to see. But be warned, it's never the same thing twice.
You don't want the second drop right now.
Oh,
Listen
my
to the
me.
man. Oh, you talking about them?
Oh, they didn't have it.
No.
They haven't had it.
But they're asleep.
I make sure they're good for it.
All right, so yes, you
Yeah.
check their coin pouches. They can still cover the tab.
Yeah.
So and they're whispering something about the first tier. Oh, thank you for patting me on the head. It's like I knew that you think that I'm your favorite. It's my hammer is nice, right? My hammer. You like my hammer, please. So please tell me my hammer is good. So he's like, I'll give you my firstborn child if you just touch my hammer.
Oh, no. This is my vow. This is my
I
promise.
go over to the old man. There's two lads over there believe that they want to talk to Tyr.
It's like, Tyr, that bastard.
Let's help him.
He's like, they've never done anything helpful for me. Well, that's not true. Anytime he's ever done something helpful, turns around and you got something bad follow right up after it. It's almost like it's his thing. It's like, oh, he giveth and he taketh away.
I know. So let's give it and see what he takes
You
away.
You already giveth them enough right now. It might kill them
I'm
if
gonna
you
move,
give
sit
them
at the
any
table
more.
where I'm
No.
keep an eye out.
He won't kill him.
He-
They'll grow a beard and they can be proud. Look at the old man.
Yes, it's a.
That's how you get the good beard like that as a human.
He's been doing this for a long time.
Well, they need to.
We're already passed out.
get-
Let him sub up.
But he's like, I'm looking for the first lady of the grove. It's like my abbot sent a bunch of us out to try to find information about her.
Your abbot? I thought the abbot went. Well, yeah, the abbot went. Did he come back?
It's the first abbot of the East,
First.
and he's sort of said he's the first abbot of the East. He has brought great joy and tales of hope and wondrous stories about the living saint, the Lady of the Grove.
So you are a follower of the Lady of the Grove?
It's like I am. I have pledged myself to be.
We are talking about the little old man that went back east, right?
This is different. You've never seen this, dude.
No, the abbot. The abbot saved me and the rockhead at the same time.
No, it's like no. That's still the abbot of Durnland. But that's where we're staying. We're staying at the monastery of Durnland because it's like we are a subsect of Durnland, but we are also using his teachings to follow the natural world of his teachings and studying the Lady of the Grove.
So you're following an abbot of the grove.
Yes, it's like he's the first abbot of the grove. He's very, very tall. He's very literal. So it's like you always know where he stands. A lot of times because he stands over the crowd too.
Clingadon's beard. Don't tell me you put stock in a giant rock.
It's like he's steadfast, and he will not tolerate. It's like anyone putting down. It's like our congregation is well over 200 now in the east.
In the east?
So you should see the fine statue out front that he was able to get commissioned at the port. So like the Lady of the Grove brings hope to all that come in from sea and air through the jagged seas over there.
Alright.
As if we need more stew.
So,
And where's the rock now?
it's like he's also looking for his goddess. So we try to tell him to wait to let us to be a little bit more subtle. The stories tell about her wrath, though, is quick, and we must keep her calm. So that way it's not a summer storm. Some people refer to it as a typhoon that comes ashore with her anger. It's like they say the tornado is not justice enough for when her anger hits, and her great bolts of lightning flay open those who oppress her and her allies. So it's like even though that the symbol in the east has changed a little bit, so the abbot hopes to reflect this here, as in now that we have the great tree, and across the tree it bears fruit of lightning instead of a regular fruit that has evolved, because we hear these stories about how she flies and uses lightning.
I bet that'll put a spark in you. You're just eating that fruit.
So I hope one day to find the true tree that she grows. Because I'll eat anything that she could conjure. I'm sure it'd be a great blessing.
Well, didn't he tell you where he had them commission the grove?
He couldn't remember. They just said for him to find a place. He says that the world is this land is quite different. because everything has happened.
This sounds like that old walk.
Or you commissioned it and left. So what
young,
happened since you left?
young adventurer here. What is your name, by the way?
It's like my name,
Yes, sir. You,
Bob.
Bob. Well, Bob.
For Bobestein, but everyone calls me Bob.
Bob.
And my last name is Yaga.
Yaga?
No, she had a house on a hut. That chicken legs, you don't want to know. She eats children.
John Wick.
John Wick, Baba Yaga. Oh yeah, Boogeyman. The Russian version, not the D&D version.
Yep.
So, but my friends call me Bob, but my enemies call me Yaga. We don't have no enemies here because I have forsaken the life of enemies, and I've put down my sword. And he leans over, but not my fists.
Well, if you're following the Rock, I'm sure he's taught you how to do that.
he's the
I don't think it was much good for anything else, but
he's the most of us fighters have laid down our weapons of shield, and he speaks of this type of fighting, which has basically turned him into tavern brawler specialists. So he's like, we use our faith to protect, and hopefully someday we can learn how to wild shape like our patron into great birds to fly even further and spread the word. Of course, you've heard all this because you rolled to hear it. So I'm surprised you've not said you try to sneak out.
Well, I'm debating on
What to do?
because if I try and don't roll high enough, then he's going to see me, and then I'm going to have to deal
Oh,
with it.
don't forget this is a level 15.
Like I said, then I'm going to have to deal with it.
You're gonna have to do that.
Zeph,
Yes, sir.
did you not make a supply run out to where they were building the thing for
Did
for
I?
her?
Oh, I made many supply runs for that.
Well, I think our lad here would like a map to the Grove.
I think I can fix him one up. It's not hard. It's very simple.
I don't remember if
Maybe-
it's the second tree on the right, the third tree, the yellow tree.
I
Druids in their directions. I mean, if you can't fly there, by God.
Yeah. I mean, you would know rocks. You wouldn't know trees.
I know rocks, some.
Hmm.
Not trees.
Not trees. So you would know the difference between that second rock and the third rock, but not the second tree and the third tree.
Yeah, that's true. Are you telling me to tunnel them there?
No,
It's like-
no.
Yeah.
I can make it much simpler.
So Bob says, it's like, if you can get me there, I'm sure my faith will guide me through the grove. We hear that it is actually something that you must obtain as part of a religion to be able to get through
To get through the grove.
get through the grove and find the light at the center that emanates.
Aren't they calling that something like Sunny's Light or something?
It's like, well, it is sunny outside. Said you must only go to the grove when it's not raining.
Aye.
Okay, I think I've heard enough.
And you,
So I'll draw him out a map.
you're drawing a map.
Yep.
Wolfie's just going to go over.
He hasn't heard any of this.
Wolfie has
Wolfie's got really good hearing.
really good hearing.
So,
She's just going to go over to get something to drink and look at the map and see if it's leading him
so no.
to Belney or away from Belney.
He's like, and like Bob looks over and he's like, I really like your hair and your pelt. And he takes a drop and slides it over. He said, I would be happy if you would taste my wares.
Am I rolling perception? What am I rolling? I want to know about the map first.
Yeah, you'd have to do
17. 17 on both because I'm
it's-
+4 on both. Is it taking him to my house?
Yes, it's taking you to the.
You might die soon. I was hoping you were drawing a fake map that would take him away from me.
Well, he didn't tell me he was doing deception.
Oh, should he make a nature sense having her faithful companion right next to him?
So,
I'm 5 feet away.
Has plenty of room for detects.
well, like he's actually already rolled to like his perception, so that's why he was asking about the pelt. So,
Oh, he already knows who you are.
I'm gonna say, with all due respect, thank you for the offer, but I am not thirsty at the moment. Zeph,
he goes, I am lass. Moving closer. He said, I can sense much power in you.
She steps back.
well, she steps back
He
and
just went
fully
to-
faces.
Just went to the next bar seat over. So he was like, do you happen to know the stories in the Book of the Grove about this cursed being that was a faithful companion to our patron? Supposedly, that our patron saved and brought out a beautiful horned tiefling with skin like that of a winter's day, and a pelt that has stories written across it in blood and nature and twig, much like what you wear, my lady.
She really doesn't wish to respond. Like, is that gonna cause him to really be pissed off?
Well, it's like, but it's Wolfie's been a wolf for a long time, so.
So,
Roll.
So you have to play it as Wolfie, not as
not
Bellamy.
Not you. It's like.
Would Wolfie be afraid of people knowing that her companion is this great adventurer?
Wolfie's more direct.
right, but Wolfie's also very protective of Bellamy.
Well, but would Wolfie try to redirect Bellamy by keeping his attention?
Maybe. So what am I rolling?
Do a one. All right, so let's roll a 20. It's like, if it's low, you really don't want to play along. But if it's high, you're going to play along, or maybe be interested.
It's a 4.
Okay, so
You're not my type.
yeah, it's like he apparently without horns, it's not somebody you want to talk to.
And Bellamy just rolled a 19 plus whatever stealth.
Okay, so is Bellamy trying to get out of there?
Yeah, Bellamy is out of here.
All right, so
22.
hold on. Rolling perception.
Old wise adventurer.
Yeah, a
Very.
level 15 adventurer.
Yes.
He's too interested in looking at Wolfie.
He thinks he's found his next step. That's the back door to the
You went out the
tunnels.
back door.
That's the
Well,
tunnel
where's the...
where you walk to the front.
Oh, okay. So, I came back over here.
Oh,
And
as you go out the door,
Ow.
stop.
Use boots of
I don't want to stop. Shiskaball.
You ran right out in the public.
I rolled a 22 stealth.
To get out.
To get out from him.
They're like, she's here. She's here. She says it really. I'm talking really loud.
No, you started
I
this
didn't really-
crap.
No.
Like really loud.
Nope, it's good. Wild shape, I'm out of here.
So, and we're going to pause as you come out because you were surrounded